I will not get into a long-term relationship with a woman if she does not have every single one of these qualities that I'm going to be talking about. It's not a big list, so it's very doable for a woman to have every single one of these because I have seen them firsthand. Now, none of these qualities has anything to do with how the woman looks because what I find attractive, you might not find attractive. So to tell you what I look for in a woman as far as like attraction goes, when I think people in general get better looking as time goes on, is, that's, I can't do that. But the qualities that I'm going to talk about, I actually think a lot of you men will agree with, and I think once I tell you why I like these qualities, you might be like, yeah, I kind of want a woman like that as well. So watch until the end of the video because I've got a couple different bullet points on my phone that I'm going to go over, and I'm going to explain why I look for these qualities in a woman. And like I said, you are more than likely going to agree with me, and we want a woman like that as well. Now, before I get into the video, I do want to say if you want my help when it comes to understanding women getting better at pickup, dating, or relationships for free, I've got 2 free downloads for you in the description. Those will really help you out. Or if you want to work with me personally, you can also book a 1-hour coaching call, and then we can just, I can help you personally. All right. So the first thing I look for in a woman is going to be that she knows how to communicate. Now, communication in a woman for me means 2 different things. Number 1, I want to know that if I'm talking to this girl, if I ask her questions or if I'm talking to her, I want to see that she is able to do what a woman is really good at, and that's naturally fucking talk. I have dated girls and been in relationships with girls like my previous one where getting them to talk and open up, it was very difficult to do. There were times where she did it, but it was very difficult to get her to like actually have a deeper conversation with me. And that's just because if you understand attachment styles, intimacy scared this girl. So it wasn't comfortable for her to open up. I have talked to women like on texting or social media or in person where, dude, if you ask them a question, they'll reply back with like a fucking essay. I love that because if I'm able to sit back and ask a woman questions and I can get to know her this way, she's literally opening up and being vulnerable and talking to me. That's submissive behavior, but it's also just normal and natural for a woman to talk. I enjoy women that know how to have conversations because I like deep conversations at this point in my life as opposed to most guys that just stay surface level. The second part of communicating is if she has a problem. Again, if we look back at the ex, she did not tell me what was wrong. And most of the time, I couldn't even tell if something was wrong with her. That's not normal, bro. If a woman's got a problem with you, she should be able to come up and tell you what's going on. Now, she's not going to say it in a direct way because women communicate in circles where men were more direct. But if a woman's upset, she's going to let you know. Normal, healthy, emotionally mature women that understand how they're feeling know that they feel better when they talk about their feelings. A relationship between 2 people cannot exist if there's no communication, which is why this X is an X. So communication for me is huge. And it should be for you as well. Even if you don't want a girl that just fucking talks all the time, you need to find a woman that is able to communicate with you. And if she does something wrong, she should be willing to take accountability for that, because that's actually very difficult for women to do, is take accountability. But if she can take accountability, and if she's willing to have an adult conversation with you and tell you what's wrong and talk about it, that is communication. That relationship will last a lot longer than being with somebody that just expects you to read their mind or thinking that they're better off just dealing with this problem by themselves. You cannot be in a relationship with somebody if communication does not exist. I really want to beat that fucking point in. The next one is spends quality time together. So this ex of mine, this is the most frequent one, so that's why I'm touching on this one, okay? This ex wanted to be in a relationship, but she wanted to spend most of her time by herself. So this is called an avoidant attachment style, where, again, being close scares them. I was anxious then, I lean more secure now, so I grew up knowing what healthy love looks like. I know that 2 people come together in a relationship to grow together. If you're not growing together, you're growing apart. I'm not saying that I need a girl that's going to be up my ass 24/7, because that's super insecure behavior, even for a woman. Like, it's okay for the girl if she doesn't want to hang out with me. That's fine. I don't need to be with you. But a woman who's in love with you wants your attention all of the time. I did not get that in this relationship. I think I got to see her maybe once a week, and if we went to the gym, even then we didn't even work out together because we did two different things. I want a woman that knows that spending quality time together is that's just what I want. You might not like it, but I do, because again, we're coming together. The next one is going to be that she's easygoing. And what I mean by easygoing, and this ex was really easygoing, so I really appreciated this. I've had exes in the past that was not easygoing. I mean, dude, I had an ex that would just fucking lose her mind over like nothing. And then she would be mad at me for like 2 to 3 days straight, bro. And it was exhausting. I broke up with that girl, and even then I got traumatized thinking that she's just going to see my car one day and fucking slash my tires. That's how bad it was. But a woman that's easygoing is someone that, like, she's a woman that's not just going to cause problems out of nowhere. She's like, she wants to enjoy her time with you. She wants to enjoy her time being around you. She's not looking to cause problems. And if she does have an issue, she needs to know how to communicate, because if she knows how to communicate and we can solve whatever she's upset about, she's going to become easygoing because she's not going to have a problem with me. All of these things tie together. The next one is that she's fun to be around, meaning I enjoy her company. Most of the girls that I date, except for that girl, the psycho, most of them, well, even then, I mean, like when her and I were having sex, it was enjoyable. But I mean, like if I go out like in public somewhere, I want to be seen with this girl. If I take you somewhere, if I go somewhere outside of my house, I want to know that I'm going to be able to have a good time with you, that we're going to have fun together, that we could talk, we can play, and you're not going to get offended. You're not going to care if, like, I had an ex-girlfriend that if we were at dinner, if I wasn't looking her directly in the eyes the entire time, like, God forbid, if I looked at a different woman, like our server, she would fucking lose it. That is because, if I'm not mistaken, her dad cheated on her mom in the past. So she was projecting a childhood insecurity onto me. And I'm not somebody that's going to cheat on my girlfriend. I'm a very monogamous person. I always have been. My dad cheated on my mom, and I would never want to be that way. So that's why I won't. And that girlfriend was projecting onto me. That would cause problems. That was not fun to be around. In fact, I had my buddy, Mike, if you see this, he drove, it was in Punta Gorda, I think like 2 hours away, just to come and get me from her house at like 2 o'clock in the morning, bro. So you want to talk about real fucking love and brotherhood, bro. Michael, thank you so much for doing that. I think you remember exactly who that was. Then the last one that I have right here is going to be she's easy to get along with. And that's that she just doesn't get offended by me teasing or like being playful. What I mean by that, I'll make fun of girls. Like if I have them meet my dog, I go to like, oh, you look like a wiener dog kind of girl. I've had some women literally like say, I don't know if I should get offended by that or not. And then I've also had some reactions that were, I took offense to that. Those are not women that you want to be around. A woman that's going to take offense to you just being playful like that. Now, if you're being super disrespectful and you're being like, oh, you're a fucking slut, or you're just super fat, like disrespectful like that, she has every right to get offended. But a playful little jab, like, oh, you look like a small wiener dog kind of girl, dude. That's not fun, man. I don't want to be around a girl like that, because that just tells me that likely there's going to be issues with you down the road, and I'm going to have to watch my tongue and step on, or walk on eggshells the whole time. That's not going to do it for me. So this is a short video, and these are the qualities that I look for in a woman. Every woman is capable of possessing every single, well, not like every woman, but I mean like a girl you want to be in a relationship with long term is absolutely capable of possessing each and every one of these. Women have way higher standards for men than men do, and that's why a lot of women stay single, because their expectations of what they want in a man are just not realistic. My qualities that I want in a woman are very realistic. I have spoken to so many different girls in my life. I've dated and been in relationships with so many girls, well, enough to know that these qualities, you can have them or you're not going to have them. These are like my non-negotiables. You need to have all of these. If you're missing just one of these, like let's say she's got all of them, but she doesn't know how to communicate, like the ex. Her and I aren't together for a reason. Part of that was just not knowing how to fucking communicate. That's why I'm saying, like, you have to have all of these qualities, and these are very doable for man and woman. Very. I'm not asking for much. And again, as far as the physical attraction goes, that's going to be dependent on who you are watching this. But these are my qualities. If you have any qualities you want to include down below in the comment section, please leave them in. I would love to see them, and I'm sure other guys would as well. And hey, if you want my help understanding women for free, remember, I've got 2 free downloads for you in the description down below, or you can book a 1-hour coaching call with me. Again, link in the description. Then you can have me help you go with whatever you're dealing with. With that being said, man, hey, if you enjoyed this quick little video, guys, check out this one right here. You're gonna like that one as well, man. Would love for you to watch that. And hey, I will see you in the next one.